there really has been a song written about everything. Quick little search on the old Spotify app, and there was more than one daylight savings time song. So here in the United States, I do believe other countries do daylight savings, but I feel like we're the ones that are still sticking to our metric system and daylight savings and all of that kind of stuff. I'm not going to call it nonsense, but it is. And we lost an hour today. We're springing forward. It's spring, except it snowed yesterday. So, anywho, we're just moving and grooving. Welcome to Highwire Improv for Sunday night. We're going to be kicking it off with a jam. And tonight's jam is kind of exciting because you're going to get a sneak peek. Some of the members of the next team, they have agreed to jump in and jam a little bit with us. And then you will be seeing them as they perform their show at 8 o'clock. And then please stick around after 8 o'clock. We have another team coming on. Busy, busy, busy. All right. So it was mentioned in our warm up that it was somebody's birthday yesterday, and it was somebody else's birthday on Friday. So here is our jammers coming out to this song. All right. We got some extra sounds in there. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. You know what? It's everybody's birthday, right? Sure. Sure. But Pisces are really where it's at. We are going to get just a single word, and do a swarm based off of that. Here we go. Ooh, the word is distant cousins. Distant cousins.
Cousins. Thank you.
Distant cousins. Thank you.
So her sister was married to Larry's ex-wife for 3 years, and then they had a child together, but because she was Aunt Maria's stepdaughter, they were related but not blood related. I lost you, didn't I, Catherine?
Yep, because I just don't get all this stuff unless it's connected to something salacious. Like, for example, Queen Elizabeth and her late husband are great-grandchildren of Queen Victoria, which therefore makes them cousins.
Yeah, but like
other
an
than
extra
that, I
drink
can't
in there. Yeah, I mean,
I can't grasp the concept, because the farther and farther you go, I mean, it's just, and especially if you have, like, if your parents had a lot of siblings, like my parents.
There are consequences, yeah.
There are consequences to that, because then and then of course, if all those siblings have a lot of children, and then you can fill a stadium.
The strangest thing is the reason why the royal families do that is to keep the wealth and power in the family, but like, you're slowly degrading genetically.
Right. Well, and not so slowly.
I mean, horrible hemophilia and all sorts of things.
The Habsburg jaw, always.
Yes.
Always a reminder of that.
I'm not to judge someone's looks, but the guy could barely talk, and he was in a lot of pain, and he was in the King of Spain, and he couldn't speak Spanish. Yeah. Imagine. I mean, he eventually learned.
Yeah, many of the queens in England were from Germany. They couldn't speak English.
You have to import some,
Yeah. There's only a very small pool of royalty, so I'm guessing you really aren't going to have enough. So
the first.
Let's come
to Germany. And then I did the Ancestry.com DNA thing, and it's like, every week they're sending me another. I got one tonight. This person is your fourth cousin. My fourth cousin?
Let's sweep to a VIP meeting group with a lot of foreign dignitaries. Sorry, Ambassador?
No comprendo.
Mr. Other Ambassador, do you happen to understand what I'm saying to you, Mr. Ambassador eating the celery? Smoking the celery. No? No, comprehend. Oh, God. Oh,
I
ma'am?
understand.
Oh, you understand. Good, good. Do you happen to understand the language that anybody else here is speaking? Because I'm just getting it.
I've seen some of it in movies. Don't
Oh.
speak it myself.
Okay, ma'am, reading the book. Are you ready to join with the rest of the ambassadors?
No entiende qué está successo. Quede for pipapa.
I heard no, so I'm going to assume no. Reading. Okay. Ma'am, I see you have the earpiece on for the translator. Could you possibly, since you're listening to the translator, could you maybe help the rest of us?
No.
I mean,
What? No.
no.
I was told there would be snacks. Are there snacks?
Well, apparently there's some celery somewhere.
Oh, this isn't a snack. This is an addiction.
Sorry, he obviously is keep.
Oh my God. My cousin, well, not my cousin. It was like my next door neighbor, her aunt had a cousin that lived in another state and they were married and yeah, he had a really bad carrot addiction. So I know exactly what you're going through. It's
The worst.
tough.
I'm sorry. One more thing. Does anyone understand what she just said? I didn't get any of that. I'm sorry. No. No, sir. You just held up a piece of sign. Was that like a primer for how we understand your language?
ASL. Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I actually.
Hey, it's 1994. ASL.
My mom always told me to be really careful what I say. So I'm going to say that even though I'm 15, I'm going to say I'm 21.
Why is everyone on this chat site exactly 21? That's so weird. Out here
Oh my
in
God, you're
Nebraska,
21.
most of us are older.
You're 20.
And I'm 21 too.
No way. I'm
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, 21. Yes.
I turned 21 today.
Happy birthday,
Yay.
HBG.
That's amazing. You don't look a day over 20.
Thank you.
You sent
Neither
her
do
a
you.
picture? You said you didn't have a working camera on your brand new iMac.
Yeah, but I was outside where there was one of those surveillance cameras.
Oh, you must have like faxed it to him.
It took forever to come through.
Right, yeah, but yeah.
The printer at my office is like, It would be a great house music beat.
Tag out everybody except Casey. Hey, my birthday's today, March 13th, and I'm 21 until like the end of the day, and I got like, it's like I'm gonna be 22 at the end of the day, and it's an hour less. So, could you help me out here? Come on.
You're too old. I'm sorry.
I'm not 20. I'm not too old for like 8.5 hours. Unfortunately, it's 7.5 hours.
Yeah, 7.5 hours is a long time. So I'm just gonna have to say no. Yes, I'll have some of that coffee on this. Thank you.
Really, honestly, it's like 21 is really just it's sort of a concept. It's not really. I can still be 21 at heart, even though I'm 22.
Yeah, everybody says that. I'm a young 22, but that's bullshit.
It's like, I mean, technically, you're actually 2 years ahead of me, and you've already graduated college. I'm still a junior, so
I just turned 21 this minute.
Okay.
Obviously, I know when I'm beat, Casey. It was nice meeting you. I'm sorry it didn't work out between
Not a problem. Not a problem. I don't. I can't see what Lindsay is. Jello.
It's Jello shot.
Oh, Jello shots.
Actually, a high protein
well, that's what
Jello.
you can do when you're 21. Yep, that's what you can do when you're 21. I still have a stash of Russian vodka. So yeah.
Scene.
Whoa.
Scene.
Oh, my subject, you're here.
Yep.
Which one of my many relatives are you? Are you Melissa, Catherine, Johanna?
Seriously, Grandma, we call you Her Royal Highness because you've asked us to, and as your grandchildren, we love you. But I really think that you're just kind of calling us your subjects because you don't want to remember our names. Come on, I am named after you. I'm Evelyn.
That's right, Evelyn, my second favorite. Oh, I'm so glad you're visiting.
Yes,
I live here.
because I'm your favorite.
Yes, yes. Yes. What's your name, Frank?
Oh my gosh.
Famous Frank, that's me.
Yeah.
Number 57 back here. Hi, Queen.
Hey, 57. I'm just gonna call you Carl.
Grandma, now you're just giving us numbers?
What? Only after the first 10.
I guess I'm glad that I'm an older grandchild.
You know that we have a very fertile family, and I can't remember expected to remember all 80 names, grandchildren.
Cut to the year 2387. Well, if you're going to have children together, you're going to have to scan your barcodes to make sure you're not related. Almost all of us are in some way.
I'm too old to have children right now.
Oh, well,
Yes.
then,
What? You told me you were 21.
Caroline.
Can I just go back to justice of the piecing over here? Because it seems like you've got some issues to work out.
Caroline, I only
over here.
Okay.
I only tell other people that I fake my age to other people, but I am honestly 21.
So why did you say that thing? You can't have kids. I want to have kids. That's why we're doing this, so we can have kids.
Well, adopting is a form of having kids.
Yes, of course it is. It's a wonderful thing. But you and I, because we're second cousins, we will blend the best of both of us. We have a biochild.
That sounds like a great idea.
There you go. Okay, so let's get the justice of the peace back in here, and we will perform this ceremony. Judge, justice, PC baby, what I don't know
woo-hoo. Sorry, I just had to hit up some coffee at my desk.
Okay, so we're ready now. We're ready to get married.
All right, hold up your wrist so I can scan your barcodes.
There you go.
Ooh, second cousins. That's a bit cutting it thin, you know.
Did you say second cousins, Agent?
They're second cousins.
Judge 12. Oh, I'll run it through the computer again, but second cousins, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's second because it's not first cousins. It's just second-ish.
That's a problem with second
that
cousins.
That means that their grandparents were siblings.
Siblings, yes, that's correct.
Ooh, yeah.
Judge, I ran it through. They're both second cousins, and in an odd twist of fate, they're both also 12th cousins.
What are you going to put on the form, Danny? What are you going to put on the form?
So you want to average it? What I say? Call it 7.
There you go.
Our family's unique.
Yeah.
Blessed be the day of your matrimony.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go on our honeymoon. Sweet.
Scene. Bring back Michael. No! Put it down!
I can't help it.
I was gonna give you. I was about to give you your 30-day chip, and you just like.
I've got a confession for you.
Okay.
I don't have a personality, so I think having a vice is a personality. You know, like some people wear Stetsons or fedoras.
Yeah, but I mean, like you're addicted to celery, and I mean it like it uses more calories to eat it than it does to eat it, and it, all right,
Fine.
no, you know what? I guess I just you don't usually bring the celery with you, and I haven't seen you with it, and I'm gonna say it's kind of remarkable. It's a little it's a trademark I haven't seen before.
Wait,
I think you might be onto something.
you were about to give me a 30-day chip, and now you're praising it?
Well, I mean, when you said that it's not really a vice, it's kind of like who you are. I feel that we need to explore that a little more.
Okay, clearly nobody's vacuumed in here, but I'm going to pick it off the ground.
I'm gonna politely say those that have celery cigarettes as their trademarks probably shouldn't be judging other people's office spaces. I don't. It's sorry.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Are you saying I need to be flawless to come in here?
No, that is not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying I don't think that I need to be like I need to be, maybe not vacuuming is my vice. It's just, let it layers. I
I
can see
figured
what
out a way to up my celery game.
Okay.
Hummus.
That's a step too far.
Much better.
I don't know. No.
Try it. Smell those chickpeas.
I mean, they smell really good. I shouldn't, like I'm here to help you.
Cut to 2 months later. You're at a Mediterranean shop. No, I'm sorry. You must leave. We have no more hummus.
Almond butter.
Please.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter is nothing even close to.
Lullaberry jam.
No, they don't have any hummus. We have to go somewhere else.
Listen, I give you tahini, but it's sesame. It has nothing to do
That's
with.
fine.
Tahini's
That's
too
fine.
runny. Tahini is too runny.
No.
Hey.
Yeah. Yes.
You want some hummus?
Yeah, I want hummus.
Hey, you could deal with them. That you'd want black market. You want hummus from the black market. And some shady characters. Go for it. It's up to you.
Don't listen to him. He's jealous because I have the best stuff in town.
Yeah.
So what can I get for you? It's like some hummus, some tahini, peanut butter.
No
Yeah.
tahini.
I got it all.
You got any Terra Masalata?
I don't know
You
what
got
that is, but I need
coin.
to know.
I got it.
What is that?
It's basically less expensive version of caviar.
You got less expensive caviar money? I got less expensive.
I got expensive caviar money. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I'm a long way from Greece.
I'll take whatever fits on
Okay.
this
All right.
carrot.
Well, let's. Okay. There's a carrot here. Here. Take a taste of my hummus. The first one is always free.
No, it's so oily.
Good, huh? Tasty.
Excuse
So,
You gotta
me.
have a new vice.
How many gallons of this am I supposed to be making?
You just keep
Hummus.
making until until you can't.
Hey, my arms are getting tired, but for you, I'll do anything.
Okay, good, because
So we can have hummus among us.
hummus among us. All right, we're getting this close to being able to move. So
Oh, and then we're going to go to that great place that you've always told me about where we'll make millions upon billions.
yes, that's right. We're going to Monaco. Yes.
Oh,
Let's just take it real quickly to the rehab place where people are coming down from their homeless addiction. Listen, the important thing to know is that they always tell you that the homeless is free.
I was the Count of Monaco, and even I fell for hummus and her wily charms.
But no one ever tells you the pita is what gets you. The pita is what is the real thing.
That rhymes. It must be true. I found a bell pepper stem. Just a little hummus. Just a little.
Yeah. And remember, how you used to be able to get like a gallon of hummus on that one little stem, right?
That's a deep dip.
It was
To be honest.
a tipple dip.
My mom always said my fingers were made for dipping.
Alex, how's that light, like peanut butter, like swirly tea? Is it like giving you a methadone type?
Mm-hmm. It's working.
I don't know what methadone is, but I want to hear.
No, I'm not going to get into that. That's another addiction thing.
I thought methadone was a kind of pretentious acting from the 50s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where you pretend you're really hooked on hummus, but you're not really, so you just lie in a bunch of hummus for press attention.
Yeah.
Oh, like that guy in Lincoln and There Will Be Blood.
And the guy in Tootsie, which should have never really been that way.
They've never been made again. You are correct.
That was a comedy, right?
They think he passed as a woman. I just.
Listen, later today we have somebody from the chickpea board who's coming to talk to us. Acceptable uses for chickpea other than while keeping them whole.
If he tells me salad, I'm gonna lose it.
Oh, that's one thing.
Okay, so we're going to just go over the chickpeas. So now the first thing is roasted chickpeas are absolutely delicious. And they're a lovely, lovely snack.
Can you smoke it?
There is such a thing as smoked chickpeas, yes, but if you mean smoke like inhale the vapor, no.
No?
No, and of course, and another lovely thing is marinated chickpeas. You can marinate them in pretty much anything, garlic. Yes, Alex.
Can they be injected?
Okay, again, chickpeas are a food. They are not to be inhaled. They are not to be injected. They are just a wholesome, wonderful food that you can eat certainly as a lovely snack, as long as you don't mash it up into the evil hummus. Are you okay, Lindsay?
She said my trigger word.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hummus.
Sorry.
Look what
I'm
I
sorry.
found.
Okay, well, okay.
There's a little bit of hummus in here.
So I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to have that here at the rehab facility. So, you okay, Alex?
No, I want to get. Why do you have that container with a little bit?
I found it.
You found it.
Outside on the ground.
Are you sure you didn't have Grubhub deliver it? We are going to have to tell them not to come here anymore. So, are there any questions? Toasted hummus is also very good.
You're such a tease.
Okay.
We can have hummus in any form except smoked or injected.
Tag out, Casey. This I'm doing immigration control here for your entrance to Israel.
This is all I need. This is my passport.
Okay.
Sorry, ma'am. Actually, next time you can't. They'll do customs that you can't bring in outside hummus to Israel. Sorry.
But it has olives.
Olives?
Greek olives.
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 Oh,
Greek olives.
As Israelis would say, that's goyisha. That's not really the Israeli way.
No, it's Greekisha.
This is serious business coming into our country. These two men, with their addiction, there are very small corridors they could walk without to avoid all hummus-related.
I'm just gonna sit here and eat this whole thing on this side of passport control.
Because it's not allowed in Israel. Sirs,
Can I have a little?
sirs, I don't want you to be triggered by all your walks through all of Israel where there is literally hummus running down like the street. I mean, metaphorically.
On the street?
That's why I'm trying to get in. I heard it rains hummus.
Yes, but sirs, I see that you each have your 100-day chip. Really, I also have a 30-day chip. I was on the mus, as we call it here in Israel. We were on the mus.
Like that.
There is no guacamole in Israel, and the streets flow with hummus. Come with me, my brethren, and enjoy the hummus in Tel Aviv.
That's our show, everybody.
yay!
Yay!
Were you trying to, Lindsay? We're trying to go for
Craving
it.
hummus now.
There
We're
are
gonna go for
no
it.
cats in America.
America. Exactly. I was thinking it. That was in my head.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Just hummus among us.
Yeah.
I loved that. I loved every minute of it. I loved the song at the end. I loved all the connections. I know we don't do giving flowers as much as we used to, but that was a true delight. And thank you for staying for the whole jam. So it was kind of like a special jam where Casey and I got to jam with Unicorn Kingdom. Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you all
Thank you
so
for
much.
having us. Yes.
Thank you all so much. So we can. I want to play your music, and I want to introduce you, and I want your fans that are logging on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with our daylight savings.
By the way, there's someone in the waiting room that's also part of Unicorn Kingdom.
Got it. Thank you so much. All right. So the secret is out. Who is up next? But we are going to get a lovely set of improv from Unicorn Kingdom. And Unicorn Kingdom is an international team. So they are literally all over the world. And I'm very excited to have them do their set.
Who wants to be with you? Deep inside, I hope you feel it too. Waited on a line of waited on a line just to be the next to be with you. Build up your confidence so you can be on top for once. Wake up, who cares about little boys that talk too much?
All right, we are Unicorn Kingdom. And I'm going to throw it to the first unicorn gesture, Michael, to get our suggestion.
Oh my goodness. Audience/volunteers, can we have a word or a short phrase for inspiration? Either out loud or in the chat.
The two words that I saw first were disrespected and assassin.
Ooh, both good. Disrespected and assassin.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are you saying that I cannot come back to Switzerland because I did not complete the mission?
As far as we're concerned, you no longer exist.
But I'm a person with no country. That's why my accent is so weird. I have 4 passports and no real name.
Those passports have been revoked. Your name has been revoked. Your identity has been revoked. Your fish tank, gone.
What about my skis? Both of my cross country and downhill skis.
They belong to Switzerland now.
I needn't ask about my bank account. No?
Yeah, you never had one?
I'm feeling like a disrespected assassin just because I had the last minute moment of consciousness.
Tag out Lindsay, bring in 2 other people. Daddy, this fish tank you got me is great. Thank you. We're going to get some fish to put in it. It looks like my brother and sister got gifts as well. What'd you guys get?
I have surprises for everyone.
Daddy got me a jump rope.
Oh my God.
Oh, God.
Wait, how about you got some skis, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
The skis deserve to belong to somebody responsible.
Daddy, I think you got this for Nelson. It says to Nelson, and it has like a bank routing number and then like an account number.
Surprise, little Nelson. You now have a Swiss bank account.
Yes, and oh my gosh, 2.5
million euros.
2.5 million euros.
Yeah.
I'll be able to go to college now.
Yes, get an education, become a worthwhile person. Not to say education is necessary, formal education is necessary. I'm just saying I like respectable people.
I can do it. I can do it.
Daddy, I don't mean to scare you, but there's a little secret compartment on the bottom of the fish tank. Do you think I should open it?
Oh, I insist.
Oh, really? Okay.
You know all the normal family precautions.
Ah!
It's a gun? Did you give me a gun, Dad?
I did.
Excellent!
Wow.
Sweet. Welcome to your first day of informal education. We're here to tell you all the things that no one teaches you in school. I've got a fun fact to share. It's more of a life hack, really. When you open a soda, you can turn the tab around and it'll hold your straw down.
What?
That's my curriculum for today, informal education.
Oh my God, you are the best teacher I've ever had.
Did anyone do their homework and find some random crap out to tell all of us to informally educate their peers? Yes, Luann.
Teacher, I know something. I found out something from my mother.
Fountains of wisdoms, mothers.
Well, hold on to your hats, everybody. This is a big one. She told me that that the handles on the milk cartons, if you put them in with the handle out instead of backwards, that when you take them out, it's easier to get them.
That's amazing. If you are so fortunate as to live in a country with handled milk containers, then that is, you know what I heard? You can also, with an adult supervision, take a razor blade and cut off the top of those. Free bailing bucket in case your boat gets full of water.
Ma'am?
Yes, Jeffner.
Yeah, as you know, I came down from Nova Scotia recently, and up in Nova Scotia, all our milk comes in bags. When I go up and after I'm here, what should I do?
That's what I was kind of addressing, because your milk comes in bags. In the lower 48, it comes in jugs. In Spain, it comes in UHT sealed boxes or fresh milk in a glass container. So we're really dealing with a sort of birth lottery situation.
Okay. Thanks, Teach.
But
Wow.
you can use that bag to dispose of something really yucky.
Ooh.
I don't need to know what it is, Jeffner. Whatever's too disgusting and would leak through one of your super thin Canadian garbage bags that saves plastic, put it in the milk bag first.
When I ate poutine that one time, I know what you mean. Thanks, Deej.
Jeffner, your lunches smell bad. Oh.
Yeah, his
Lots of fish, you know.
You can put it in there. You can put those in the bag. You can put your lunch in the bag.
he
Ooh.
ate herring poutine. The boy cat is beyond my education. I'm gonna take a planning day. You guys go play outside.
I'm gonna go home and make some herring poutine. That's a good idea.
I'm gonna come to your house.
This.
How long have you been milking these cows?
As long as you have, Freddy.
Well,
Remember,
I've been milking them now for 39 years.
38.9 years. Remember,
Wow.
this is a competition.
Oh, and how do you win the competition? Because I've been milking all along.
I don't know. All I know is that I want to be the better brother for once.
You know what? I'm gonna do a special thing for you. Guess what?
What?
Poof! You're the special brother.
You don't-
Yeah,
you don't-
You're the special brother. Yeah, you got the title. I'm giving you. You know that jacket that I got that says special brother on
Yeah,
it. I'm gonna give you my jacket too.
Wait.
Tag out, Alex. And Esau, that were so freely give the title of special brother to thy brother Jacob just for pottage of lentils?
Yes. Yes.
How
Does that-
hungry were you after milking those cows? Because this is your birthright.
Listen, it doesn't really make a difference. He's gonna mess up, and I'm gonna get it back.
He's gonna mess up that bag. Like
He's gonna
God's
mess.
gonna tell me to sacrifice him or something.
No, he's just gonna mess up, and I'm gonna get it back. That's how it always has gone.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Any of you guys know the way to Sodom? Which one goes to Sodom? Which one goes to Gomorrah? Right, left? Okay. Thank you. Sodomy!
That man's on the highway to hell.
Sweep and tag in Alex. Jeffrey, now that you're the best brother, I'm gonna break up. I'm gonna break up with your brother, and I want to be with you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're the best. It says so on that jacket you have.
I know, this jacket works.
Okay. You're gonna be my boyfriend.
We are all here, the barbershop chorus you hired, ma'am. I'm the one who wants to be with you. Inside, I hope. And this idea is established.
Did you like that?
Oh my god, I love that here. I don't have anything here. I have a bag of milk.
Milk, I love milk. Thank you.
I milked it myself.
Hey, what's going on here?
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I'm gonna be with your brother from now on. He is the best brother.
Oh, so I gave up my jacket, and I'm having to give up you?
Well, why did you think I was dating you?
Yay! I'm free!
Well, that
Sweep
was
and tag
unexpected.
in Nelson. So look, you think you have it bad. They pushed me down a well, took my coat of many colors, and left me to die.
But here's the real thing. You're still alive.
Yeah, but I'm a slave in Egypt, and my dreams are really up, you know?
Well, wait a minute. If you're alive and a slave, isn't that better than being in the bottom of that well dead?
No. It's
What?
it's common misconception about slavery.
Oh.
One, that it's over, and two, that it's not that bad compared to being dead.
You know, I don't know. I don't know how I can help you. How can I help you?
I don't know. Maybe some of that pottage of lentils. You could like give me the recipe. I mean, come on, it's got to be really good stuff.
Well, let's sweep. Bring in a couple other people. All right, listen to your brother Reuben. All my 12 brothers.
Tell
You-
us, Ruben.
You all recognize that that's Joseph there, and he's not, and he's like thinking, he's like pretending we don't recognize him. You all,
To be fair, without the coat, barely.
yeah, but
Barely.
clearly him. And he's
Hey,
I kind
are
of
you guys
consider
talking
Joseph as
about
somebody
me?
Without personality, and has that.
Are you
were
talking
gonna
about
say?
me?
Yes, oh Lord, oh Egyptian Lord, that we 12 brothers have come seeking grain from. Please let our brother Benjamin go. We're so sorry about what he did and maybe we did.
If you'll just give me my jacket back, I'll let it all go. Can I have my jacket back?
Sweep. Dr. Freud, I've been having these dreams about sheaves of wheat and cows, and I can't stop having them. And then all of a sudden, my mother's there, and
Oh,
then I
I'm
wake
sorry.
up.
Your mother's in this dream?
Yeah, she's riding one of the skinny ass cows, like laughing at me.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's a whole different. Oh, that's a whole different story. If your mother's in the dream, forget everything I said to you before. We've got to work on that issue that you've had.
Don't you think I should tell the Pharaoh about the skinny cows and the wheat?
You know,
sheaves?
that's a tough call. You know, the Pharaoh will have you killed.
He's trying to beat me down. Ah.
Joseph, you know what they say. Hang on though, Joseph, you'll make it someday.
I hate it when they just leave the sessions like that. Sally, I'm going to take a break. I'll be back.
Okay.
So, listen, backers here. I have a great idea for a new musical. And listen, yes, Lord, yes, Lord Farquaad. I'm gonna put it succinctly. I think the Bible stories that have been told are all they're missing the one good story. We need a story about the Garden of Eden.
A rock and roll musical about the Garden of Eden.
Absolutely. I'm thinking featuring the music of Kiss exclusively.
Gene Simmons doesn't really sign his rights away that easily.
Yeah, I know. I think we could sell him though. I mean, he's all about the women, right? And I mean, come on, Garden of Eden. I mean, even if we don't show anything, we're gonna have an Eve, and that Eve's gonna be a big part, and she's gonna be wearing skimpy. I mean, it's gonna be all tasteful, but
A tasteful pre-naked what?
woman and man and
Adam.
and obviously, I mean, can you imagine the snake? We saw it.
What's the I wish number at the top of this act one? You know, I mean, I'm not hearing it. Is it from the snake? Is it from Adam's rib before he becomes Eve? I don't.
Yeah, that might be the first part of it. That she is his rib, and we could do that. But I'm thinking to sell it to Gene Simmons.
Yeah, the feminists are gonna have a field day before Kiss tears into us.
The serpent will have Gene Simmons's facial paint and his voice,
And his tongue.
and we'll pay. And everybody will know that it's him, and it's all their music. How could they say no?
They gotta lose their mind in Bethlehem, Rock City.
Excuse me, y'all. How much are you willing to pay for my tongue?
I thought it was going to stay attached and we were kind of going to CGI your face out, Mr. Simmons.
It says right here in the contract that you want my physical tongue.
But not disconnected from your body. I thought your lawyers went over this, Gary.
No.
I don't understand where this is coming from, but sir, Mr. Simmons, sir.
Yes.
We will do what it takes to be in business with you and your tongue.
You're 74 years old and you're still touring. You can only sing with your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay.
Since we want the tongue, we want the rest of you as well.
Okay.
It's a whole package deal.
I can do that, but you're going to have to shoot short scenes because that's all I can remember. Is that going to be okay?
We can dub in your dialogue later or give you an earpiece, but Chino's a lazy POS. He doesn't memorize his lines anymore.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You ever worked with De Niro, sir?
No one's worked with De Niro.
No, nobody gets on
De Niro work.
Anyway, hey, I'm all in.
Good. Where did get this going?
Gary, you could have knocked me over with a feather. I did not see that coming. I'm taking you out for Terra Masalata.
Terra Masalata. Salata, baby!
Can you
Thanks.
teach me? Go ahead.
Well, I just say thanks for taking me out for dinner here.
I thought we came out here to get a bite to eat and then we were going to go dance.
Yeah, but I really appreciate you bringing me to this spot because it's more expensive than the places. I mean, this is not McDonald's. Usually that's where you take me. Every once in a while Taco Bell, but this is a real restaurant. Thank you.
I didn't know that you really noticed. I thought you just enjoyed being with me.
I do, but you know, a gal likes to be wined and dined a little bit every once in a while, and
I don't do enough of that, right?
No, I'm not complaining. I'm just showing my appreciation for this fine restaurant.
Quick tag out with Laura. If you want the woman to know that you care for her, you must take her to a Chili's 2 or TGI Fridays. Don't settle for less. You demand the best from every man you date.
And cut to a Chili's Express at the airport. Yeah. Okay, Cal, I'll sit you two. Yeah, you two want to sit together?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Just sit at that place right there. Gotcha. Okay. When will your flights leave? You just want to make sure you have enough time?
You've got a couple of hours still.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. I'll be back with what your waiter will be back.
I cannot believe.
Hello, my name is Samantha, and this is my required bling. What can I bring you?
Do you have anything that's not a hot dog?
We have hamburgers.
I was just going to ask you.
And loaded nachos. And jalapeno poppers that have been specially made for white people.
Those are nachos?
We have all of that.
That's something different. I'll have that.
2, please.
Anything to drink, sir and madam?
Faustino Solis, please report to gate A4 for your flight.
That guy misses his flight every day. I'll be right back with your drinks.
But did you tell her what you wanted? She just, well, anyway.
I think she read our minds.
Oh, yes, it is one of those places. I did see that sign there that said mine's red.
It is. They just bring you what you're thinking about.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, wait a minute. That may not be good.
Here's your drinks and your nacho hamburger and not hot dog and jalapeno poppers. If you guys want a main course, I'll be out back chain smoking.
Wow.
Okay, that was interesting. What drink did she give you? Look at this. She gave me a Shirley Temple.
I got a root beer.
Oh, look, Harry, there's a new Hudson News over here. Stop at this one.
Pretty good.
Cut to the Hudson News. Grisham, 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 Grisham King.
Yeah, Grisham and King. I have Entertainment Weekly, Entertainment Monthly, EW, the Insert magazine, and what's so entertaining in entertainment this week.
I'm not gonna read the Langoliers on a flight though. Like I don't know why. This would even
Daniel
be.
Steele?
Yeah, over there behind the curtain. Are you over 21?
20.9 years old.
Dude, you'd be surprised at the stuff they have in airports. Go behind.
Look at me looking the other way. You can go to the back room where the Danielle Steele is, kid.
All these rookie travelers.
I'm gonna give him a pack of cinnamon Mentos just for being a good customer.
Yeah, you know what? Definitely, he's gonna go for the small, and you know he's gonna go for the small water, but you know there's a large, and you're gonna wait until he's done paying to say if he wants a large. Do that, and then he's gonna have to go back, and he's gonna have to stay here longer. I love that.
I'm gonna snack bamboozle him.
Come on, man. This is the afternoon rush. Come on, it's going to be crazy. We got to entertain ourselves.
Hey, I'm here to buy some of that pot. I hear it's legal in this city. Can I can you keep that?
You mean like for cooking things like eggs?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I know what pot is. It's I know you look at me and thinking I'm young, but I'm almost 21, so it's legal for me to buy it.
I have an empty bag. You can go fill it with pot over there at the salad bar.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cannabis is on the right and the cuz on the left.
I can't believe she thought that bag was the appropriate size.
Going up with a pound.
She's gonna walk away with a arugula, and you know it.
Oh, you know what else? She's also gonna walk up to the cashier. That's a pound. We charge by the gram. Come on.
I'm gonna go back and check on that Danielle Steele guy. He's been gone way too long.
Yeah, that's right. We got. What happened to Faustino Solis? I didn't hear if he came in. He usually stops by around this.
He missed his flight again. He's back in the first class lounge getting tanked. Devo, you can take a break too. The afternoon rush is over.
Really? Okay. I was just okay. I'll go back and I'll just grab the Berman sweep.
Yeah. Come back and get snack bamboozled with us.
Hoping that you would tell me that was time to sweep, but now I have to do it. Thank you.
No, but I meant literally sweep. It's your turn to friggin' sweep.
What? I'm sweeping here, okay?
Because you're training.
Yeah, I'm the intern.
The intern at Hudson News. It just doesn't get lower on the... Can we still say totem pole? It doesn't get lower on the org chart than that.
Man, I'm having a grand time riding my broom.
I can see that. You've gotten so good at it.
I love it.
Listen, I thought you never learn, but you have become quite adept at broom riding. Oh, they're looking at us.
I know. There's.
Oh, look.
It's catching on. Look.
This is really cool. Hey, wait. Watch this. Hey, let's get that guy over there to do a flip. Hey, Mikey, can you do a flip?
What? Hang on. Wow.
Wow.
I love doing that.
Does it every time to him, doesn't it?
I know. He's so inept.
I'll get better at it.
It's okay, Mikey. It's
I'm
okay.
gonna use this wand to fix his bones. I hope it turns out okay.
Thanks.
Alcaparosis.
That didn't look good.
I
Oh,
guess
I-
I'm fired. How you kids
What?
doing?
Still riding the broom.
Yeah.
Hey, Mikey, why don't you get on the broom with one hand and come on up here and do another
Okay,
flip?
sure. I'll do that. I'll get it. I'll get it
Come on
someday.
back up there. 10,000 feet is completely safe.
Okay. Oh!
You think that's kind of mean? Do you think I'm being mean to poor Mikey?
I'm fine.
Stop bullying him.
He's okay. He's okay. He's got that magic broom.
Yeah, he'll be okay.
Well, I'm going
Like
to take
being a witch.
I can't believe I gave up being an online teacher to come to Hogwarts.
Let's cut to two assassins sitting on the sidelines. I know, sitting in the forest. Dude, before we take out these wizards, did you get paid this week?
Not yet. I'm told it's per wizard head and per broom.
I've come to tell you that you've been very disrespected and we have erased your identities. So this job is what you said called off.
We're not going to get paid.
Welcome to the Reject Spy Club.
You're the one who's got her fish tank stolen, right?
Yes, and the small child got the gun as a result.
Yeah, you know when the fish tank gets stolen, means that's a show!
Oh, yay!
We don't want to show you. I'm the one who wants to be with you. Deep inside, I hope you feel it too. Waited on a line of
Thank you. We are Unicorn Kingdom.
Yay!
When else can we see you?
You can see a whole bunch of us in a mere half hour at the Inner City Long Form Improv Jam, all online.
You guys are jamming it up today. I love it.
Great time.
Great
hour.
We definitely like our toast in jam.
Yeah. We also have like something on the 25th or 26th, depending on which time zone you're at.
Yeah, we're in improv at its best improv extravaganza on that date. I neglected to pull up what time that would be at.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. Well, thank you so much, Unicorn Kingdom. It was lovely seeing you on a Sunday evening here in Baltimore, Maryland. Usually we see you a Sunday afternoon.
Thank you, Millie.
Thanks.
Great job. We enjoyed it.
Good night, everybody. All right, but not good night to you guys because we still have one more show. So don't log off. Don't close that computer, that laptop, or click off that app if you're using your phone. We have. I've been waiting because I've got some burning questions, and there's nobody that understands life and love more than Aunt Bernadette, and we are just blessed to have her here with us at Highwire, answering all of our questions. So enough about me. Let's take it away, Aunt Bernadette. Yay!
people are searching for the kind of love that we possessed. Some go on searching their whole life through and never find the love I found in you.
Darlings, it's lovely to be here. I'm your Aunt Bernadette. I am here. Actually, I'm vacationing in Central PA with my grandniece. She's lovely. And, we got a big snowstorm, darling, and nothing puts me in the mood for love and for life the way a good snowstorm does. So I hope you're all snuggled in and you have your questions about life and love for me because, I want to answer them. Darling, and I think my friend Millie, the wonderful Millie, not only is going to ask me your questions, but I saw a couple questions of mine of hers pop up on my Instagram. and one from my wonderful mother, who is always my greatest fan. So let us have the question asking begin. Millie, which will be the first question for tonight?
Well, I'd like to go with this one because it's really kind of tying into the holiday coming up this week. Do you celebrate St. Patrick's Day even if you're not Irish?
Well, you know that I'm Italian American and I'm not Irish. Do I look like I am celebrating? Do I look like I'm celebrating St. Patrick's Day, darling? I went to Loretta. It does, right?
Very green.
Very green. Yeah, thank you very much. Green is my favorite color. I already had this number, so I popped it on, but I went early in the week. I went to my Loretta. She's my new colorist. I went to her and I said, Loretta, do something to me that tells people that I celebrate St. Patrick's Day, even though I'm not Irish. And she said, you know what? I just happen to have a green color. It's called Look at You Celebrating St. Patrick's Day, even though you're not Irish. So it was wonderful. I spent the day at Loretta's. She did my hair. We wore masks, of course, and we're boosted and all that. And she has very good ventilation in the house. And then after that, I went for a little stroll. I went over to the cocktail store. And I said, what do you have for cocktails? Something that screams, I celebrate St. Patrick's Day, but I'm not Irish. And the nice man there said, you know what, Toots? Because I was still back in Brooklyn then. I brought all this stuff with me here to Central PA. He said, you know what, Toots? I got just the thing. He said, I happen to have gallons, a very high number. I don't know what the number meant. I don't know what the alcohol number means because I usually am drinking my kombucha. He says, hey, Toots, I got a high number. It's right here on the label. I celebrate St. Patrick's Day even though I'm not Irish, drink. So I bought 25 gallons and brought them to my niece's house, and that's what I'm having here tonight.
We have another question from the audience. This one is, should I move home to save money?
Oh my God, is that even a question? I mean, that's something I ask myself every day. Should I move home? It's like my inner monologue. Should I move home to save money? I think you got to do what you got to do. If you have to save money, I mean, that's another green question, really. And unfortunately, that kind of green stuff does make the world go around. Along with this, I got to say, I think this stuff kind of makes the world go around. My God. Holy smokes. But, lately Shirley and I have been living together, and she's like family. We're like family to each other because we're each other's best friends from when we were little children. And oh my God, I think I'm choking on my own spit from getting so lubricated up from that green drink. But seriously, I'm going to have to wash it down now. Don't watch this. Don't watch me drink from the water bottle. It's not glamorous. It's my niece's. Yeah, but Shirley and I, we go exploring around together. And actually, we've saved so much money since we started living together, darling, that we go on an adventure once a month. And as you know, the lovely camera crew from Highwire follows us. And you can catch us. I got to plug our show next weekend, next Sunday it's either the 8 or the 8:30 slot. We're going to be going on another excellent adventure.
We have another question in from the audiences. This one is, how soon is too soon to propose?
Oh my God. I think there's an implicit question in there. I think the person means to propose marriage is what I think, because that's the most popular proposal. I mean, I could think of some other ones and maybe we'll go down that road. We'll see what this green stuff, it's kind of starting to hit me. I don't know. We'll see what it does to me. I don't know. It has a high number of something in there. But how soon is too soon? You know what I would say? When you see the love of your life, across the street, like when you're filling up the gas in your car. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get a little eye, something out of your peripheral vision. You're on alert. You're like, oh my God, that's the one. And you just leave your gasoline. It explodes and drips all over the place. And, they got to come clean it up. And it's a big fire hazard. But meanwhile, you're already halfway across the street. You're stopping traffic to catch that wonderful person. And you look into each other's eyes. And you say, oh, wonderful person. I spilled gasoline all over myself just for you. I think it's the start of something very either explosive in a good way or in a bad way. And then you got to play it by ear. You don't want to lock in right then. You don't want to lock in. You just took a big risk. You just got yourself doused with gasoline. You don't know. Is this person going to light up a cigarette and blow you to smithereens? Maybe. And you want to go down having had proposed to that person? Huh? I learned the hard way. The answer is no. You got to take your time. You got to take your time. It's like the Supremes talked about. You can't hurry love. You just have to wait, and all that stuff. I don't think Phil Collins's cover did holds a candle to the original. I'm just saying Diana Ross and the Supremes, you can't beat them. So I think you got to listen to them. And you got to take time. What's the big hurry? What's the big hurry? If the person's so wonderful, they'll be there. And you got to find out about them. Are they going to light you up on fire and make you explode? Or are they going to, in the words of the great Jim Morrison, come on, baby, light my fire? Are they going to light that kind of fire? You know what I mean?
We just got in another question from an audience member stating that they have a defiant mail person that despite having a magazine-sized mailbox, their mail person still shoves everything into a ball and smushes it to the bottom of their mailbox. What can they do to make their relationship better with their mail person?
Well, that really gets my goat, if you know what I'm saying. It really does. It really gets my goat. And I used to have a goat. His name was Phil. And he used to come and he would just eat all the grass so I didn't have to mow the lawn. He was a great goat. God rest his soul, Phil. I love you. I have his ashes on the mantle. So what I have to say is you're going to have a talking to with your mail person. That's the thing. I mean, I have a mail person still. He doesn't come around as often anymore because a lot of it's because Shirley and I are so busy on our escapades. And by the way, you can catch us 8:30, as it turns out, next Sunday, right here on Highwire. But so I had to tell my mail person, Romaine, the problem with him is he was wearing too many clothes. Yeah, all the time, all layered up. He had a great body and he was always hiding it, I mean, come on. So I would pay him to go get my mail. You know what I'm saying? He was a mail person that got my mail. But I had to tell him, look, you just don't put anything on past the G-string is all I'm saying, Romaine. That's why you got the job, because I was going to Chippendales. That's how we met. I just thought that's how he was. He just walked around in it like it was no big whoop. You should have seen the things he could do in the Chippendales with all the Chippendales dancers. By the way, if you've wondered what's happened to all the Chippendales dancers, they are now personal assistants to people. They do a wonderful job. So maybe what I could do is have my mail person talk to your mail person in the audience, because it sounds like, first of all, I'm going to guess they're wearing too many clothes, or you wouldn't give a you-know-what about what the hell they did to your mail in the post box. You wouldn't even be questioning that. You'd be like, you know what, darling, in your G-string, you do whatever you want. You got to scrunch my mail down in the bottom of the box to do your thing, you do it. But if that's already happening, it sounds defective. If you're already in your G-string and you're messing with your mail, we have to have a talking to. So I would say, I think the best thing, is the mail people understand each other. So I think what I'd like to do is after the show, you let me know who this audience member is with the mail problem. I'll have Romaine have a talking to. Who knows? Maybe they'll hit it off. Romaine and this male person. It sounds like this other male person just needs some mentorship. Do you know how many problems we'd solve with mentorship, a G-string, and a goat? World peace right there, darling.
We have another question from an audience member. This one, it's a bit of a confession. It says, I find my dry cleaner to be adorable, but I'm concerned that if I make a move and he is not interested in me, I will have to find a new dry cleaner, and the closest one is across town.
Been there, done that, had that exact problem with the dry cleaner, and you know what? Your clothes will never come out right again. I gotta tell you, I won't reveal the person's name. Rhymes with Harvin, though. I'm just saying, rhymes with Harvin. Maybe replace the with the sound. You know what I'm saying? So, so this exact thing happened to me when it was that exact moment. It was the gas station moment. And I ran across the street. I saw out of the corner of my eye, and I was all full of the gasoline. And I ran inside, and I followed this person go right into the into the dry cleaners right there. I didn't know that that's where they worked. And I said, oh my God, do you know what? I'm all covered with gasoline, and I don't know if you're going to light me on fire or light my fire, but I'm willing to take that chance. And you know what? He lit a cigarette and he blew me up. The entire dry cleaner. Now, you know what? That was back in 2008. There was a really bad case of bed bugs going across the entire USA. And you know what he was able to claim? You know that whole thing about you put the clothes and you get them real hot and it kills the bed bugs. You know what I'm talking about? That was him. He did it. He got to claim that because he was able to kill all the bed bugs that people had brought them their clothing and their blankets. He just killed it by blowing up yours truly. I had to go outside. Thankfully, I was wearing a magical cartoon shield that day because, you know, I'm an entertainer. As you know, I'm an actress. I do a lot of work. I do voiceovers and animation. And that day I had my special animation cloak. You know how in the cartoons people get blown up all the time. They just kind of like come back together. So I just kind of needed 5 minutes. But, you know, I got to look into his soul and I saw who he really was. He was willing to put business before pleasure. And, you know, he became the #1 bedbug slayer in town after that. But at what cost? I could never bring my good cashmere turtleneck sweaters back there again. No. And they were the only place that really knew how to do it so it didn't get pilly. That cost me a lot. That cost me a lot that day. So be very careful with dry cleaners.
This next question comes from someone who identifies as a librarian, and they say that they find their coworker annoying. They understand that we're supposed to use quiet voices, but they don't know how to whisper, and they continue to be too loud.
I totally understand. You know what, darling? You know what my very first job was? It was actually a pop-up nurse station where I gave people ice to hold in the back of the head because across the street in the library, we had one of those librarians. She just popped them right in the back of the head, you know, like old-fashioned style. It was kind of actually like a skimming, like a pop, like that. But you could hear it went pow. You know what I'm saying? And so because I had also received numerous times on the back of my head because this is my natural indoor room temperature speaking voice. When I go to the library and I need a book, I ask the librarian in this same voice. When I walk down the aisle to get my book, I have to keep saying the call number out loud because they're so damn long. Look, I have a lot of library books. You can't see right here, but I got 1,000 library books. I'm pulling the first one off of the shelf. that I see right here. It's actually wonderful. It's an old historical book, The African Observer. And look at the call number, E446 8252 1970. And I remember the day I got this book, I just kept going down the aisles, E446 8252 1970. Over and over. Imagine me as a young 20-year-old with a much more supple voice that could carry a lot longer, even with a higher pitch. And they've done studies, and those kind of voices travel and they penetrate through soundproof walls. So one day, Mrs. Olivier, she heard me shuffling down, do my call numbers, because that's the only way you remember it. I can't do that thing. They give you those tiny little golf pencils and those tiny little pieces of paper. What do they think? They think we shrink up the second we walk into a library? I can't use that. I can't manipulate that kind of smallness. I'm a woman of size. Excuse me. Hello. I can't operate those kind of utensils for writing. No. So I'm doing my thing, and she comes after me. She says, no talking in the library. And I'm like, I'm not talking. I'm just memorizing my lines, which I have to do because I'm in the library. It's just like all the plays that I've done. You memorize your lines. And how I do it is by saying it out loud over and over, repeating, repetition. This whole improv thing's new to me, darling. I was always with lines, memorizing. But I got it down, so I remember that day. And she just gave me a smack right in the back of the head. Nearly knocked off my purple hair that I had back then. And I said, you know what, Miss Olivier? I see you. I'm going to open up a nightstand, a mobile nurse's station for other people who have suffered your wrath. So what I would say to the person that wants to know about the librarian, don't be afraid of them. They want to intimidate you. Those librarians with their shushing. They're trying to silence you. They're trying to get you to forget the call number. And that's why God put you on this earth, to get your book by the proper call number without interference from the librarian.
We have another question here, and this person writes in, I have a nephew, and he is just precious. He's 11 years old, so I'm concerned that is too old to be the ring bearer, but is it too young for him to be a groomsman or an usher?
Oh, that's really interesting, darling. I've never had such a question about a family wedding role and the age. Are they too young? So is he too old to be a ring person? It's so weird that you put these people, these tiny little people, in charge of like the most expensive thing at the wedding. Like the most expensive singular thing that's supposed to cost somebody like 3 months of their damn income. And you're gonna have a little kid who shits himself carrying it. Like you can't even, like he's in diapers. You're hoping you probably change them right beforehand because you don't want him stinking up the aisle. And that's who gets the ring. I think that's a wrong tradition. Some traditions are meant to be changed. Wouldn't you like an 11-year-old who can handle theirself better? And not, maybe they're out of diapers, of course. They're probably out of diapers by then. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe a little bit more together. Maybe they have something to say that's wise. I mean, 11-year-olds are very wise. And so you could think about that. And if they're not mobile, if they can't get down the aisle, that's okay. That's another whole thing that we haven't even ever talked about, really, is the damn demand that the person has to walk it down. Well, what if they wheel it down? Isn't that okay? Why are we only looking at age? And what about people who don't identify as a boy? Do you have to identify as a boy to carry the ring, the most expensive thing? Why? Why are we? Because they're going to be in charge of it someday too? That just gets weird. Like, are we buying people here? Are we teaching boys you're going to buy is it a bride or something? Like, what? It's just kind of patriarchal, all I'm saying. So if you're going to start questioning, I think you should do what makes you happy at your wedding. Because if you start thinking about traditions, you're going to get really pissed off. And you're going to think about the whole dowry thing. You're going to get mad. Up until recently in America, you couldn't have, two people who identified as the same gender legally getting married. We had terrible, terrible miscegenation laws. What the hell are you doing? If you start questioning marriage, you're not even going to want to get married. So I think you do what you got to do. You do what feels right to you. And you do what feels right because you love the people you're with. If that little boy you're talking about wants to carry the ring, and the bride and the groom, or maybe it's two grooms, or maybe it's two brides, and they like it, wonderful. If there's another role, if there's a reading, if there's a poem, if there's an art piece, if there's if you want to have them stand up with the other grooms people, whatever you want to do. Maybe the 11-year-old boy wants to wear a pretty dress. When I used to work in the nursery schools, everybody wanted to wear the pretty pink taffeta dress. I'm just saying, right? So I'm just saying, don't worry about it. Do what's right for the people in the wedding. Do what they want to do. Do what's right for the people getting married. I would say they're the ones in charge, really. And don't think too hard, because if you think too hard, no one's going to want to get married anymore. Believe me.
I think we have time for one more question. This one is submitted by a watchmaker, and they say that they've had a fantastic career, but are really concerned with how they can stay relevant and current with everything moving to electronic technology.
Watchmaker. Watchmaker, watchmaker, make me a watch. Time me a time. Watch me a watch. Watchmaker, watchmaker, watch me a watch and make me a perfect watch. I am in love with this watchmaker that I've never met because I just started reading about the history of watches and clocks. And it's so fascinating, darling. Just Google around. So first of all, much respect. Did you know watchmakers used to have to be astronomers because they had to know about the planets and the sun and the moon to actually give you the actual time according to planetary time? And isn't it interesting we're getting this question on the spring forward day, darling? I think that's really kind of that kismet thing happening. So I think the thing we need to do to give this watchmaker some respect and show they're still relevant is just to give you some respect and show you're still relevant, darling. Watchmakers are wonderful. You used to have so much power in the world, really. And when you think about watches are stinking everywhere. They're in our phones. They're on the laptop, which is like the theater for me right now, right? They're everywhere. I mean, how many watches did you actually have to set yourself? We have a lot of watches linked up with all the satellites, right? But sometimes we have some of those pretty battery watches with the faces like back in the day. Those are the ones we go around changing, right? And I would just say, I think I want to end the show to toast the watchmaker who's anonymous out there and who's feeling lonely and unappreciated. Just know, on this St. Patrick's Day, you can celebrate if you're not Irish, and you can celebrate if you're a watchmaker.
And I'm well aware of what's on their mind. They pretend to be my friend when all the time they long to persuade you from my side. They give the world and all their own for just one moment. We have no Bernadette. They want you because of the pride that it gives. But Bernadette.
Well, as always, Aunt Bernadette, you came with all of the answers. And, I don't even have to wait a whole month. I can see you again next Sunday at 8:30 and get even more questions answered. This was a
Yeah,
delight.
more questions, and watch out because Aunt Shirley and I, we're going on an excellent adventure. It's our new thing, Well, it's a wild ride. Who knows where we're going to go?
I can't wait. I cannot wait. Alrighty. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight to highwireimprov.com. We have shows almost every night of the week. If you log on to highwireimprov.com, you can see all of our shows. You can see all of our upcoming jams. You can see all of our upcoming workshops. And we'll be seeing you back here, same time, same place.